And what got me here is, why is it that in Job chapter 1, verse 6, and in Job chapter 2, verse 1, in two consecutive chapters, Revelation 12:10 says, and the accuser of the brethren, which accused them before God day and night, which means that the devil is constantly going before the presence of God. Here is the problem. Why is it that the devil does not have a mind, does not have a problem being in the presence of God? But yet some of us who claim to be children of God, who claim to be heirs of the throne, we are inconsistent in coming in God's presence, but the devil comes before God's presence at least 2 times every day, because the devil respects the presence of God. And how dare us who are committed to coming to church once every 6 weeks, because we don't reverence the presence of God. I made up in my mind that if a condemned foe can pursue the presence of God twice every day, then you and I ought not mind being in the presence of God once a week on Sunday for a few hours. The devil understood that some stuff happens when you get into the presence of God. And here's the amazing thing: God eventually gives the devil what he wants. But why does he give the devil permission for what he wants? I believe partly it could be to prove to us a point that when you come into the presence of God, that God will respect you and reward you for coming into his presence. God gives the devil what the devil wants. Why? Because the devil had respect and reverence for God's presence. Can I tell you what that God did? God said, I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to let you have Job to mess with, but I'm only doing it. One reason I'm doing it is because you respect my presence enough to enter into my presence twice every day. Let me help you here. When you and I come in the presence of God this morning, we all expect God to do something on our behalf. Let me tell you something. I believe God can answer our prayer, bless us with some stuff. Why? Because we came into his presence. That's why the book said, enter into his gates with thanksgiving, into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name. David said, I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord. Is there anybody in this house ever been in God's presence and some stuff you were looking for, God gave it to you, not because you made the right decisions, not because you were perfect, but because you had enough reverence for God's presence to come and lift your hand and say, God, I need you. Would you hear my prayer? There have been times I came into his presence with my head down, but because I came into his presence, I left with my head lifted up. There have been times I came with my heart broken, but I left with my heart feeling encouraged. In the presence of God, there are fullness of joy, and at his right hand, there are pledges forevermore. Something you can't get at home, you got to get in the presence of God. And I wish I had somebody who could understand when praises go up, blessings come down. Why? Because he inhabits the praises of his people. If you need some money right now, get into his presence. If you need some direction right now, get into his presence. It's impossible to be in the presence of God and some stuff don't shift in your life by somebody shout right there, I came to be in his presence. And so sometimes he rewards our pursuits. He asked that question in order to reward Satan's pursuits. But number 2, he asked the devil a question in order to remind Satan that he needed permission. He wanted to remind him that he needed permission. He said, verse 7, what are you doing here? Job 1:7. What are you doing? Why are you coming here? Satan said, I've been going to and fro in the earth, walking up and down in it. Verse 8, God said back to him, here's the question, have you considered my servant Job? None like him, perfect, upright, fears me. He runs away from evil. Verse 9, this makes me happy. Satan said, do you think Job fears you for naught? Do you think he fears you for naught? He said, yeah, I've been trying to get to him. Yeah, I've been trying to get to him. But you know why I can't get to him. I've been trying to put my nasty hands on him. Verse 10, he said, but when I try to put my hands on him, God, you know this. You know you've already put a hedge about him, his house, and everything he has on every side. You know I can't get to him. Because every time I try to put my hands on him, I discover I can't get to him because you already got him surrounded. Oh boy, y'all making me work real hard. Can I help you here? You ought to give God praise because there have been times the devil tried to get you, but couldn't get to you. Because when he tried, he discovered you had a hedge wrapped all around you. He tried to get to you from the front, but couldn't get to you from the front. You know why? Because the Lord was your shepherd. He tried to get to you from your side, but couldn't get to you from the side. You know why? Because you had a fence all around you. Matter of fact, he tried to come and stab you in the back, but couldn't get to your back. You know why? Because you had goodness and mercy. They were following you. He tried to get to your head, but couldn't get to your head. You know why? Because all day, all night, you had angels. Then he tried to come from the bottom to get your feet, but couldn't get to your feet. You know why? Because you were standing on a solid rock. I wish I had somebody to take a minute right there and give God praise, because the time the devil tried to destroy you. Why don't you shake your neighbor's hand and say, the enemy tried to get me, but couldn't get me, because when he tried to get me, he discovered I was covered. That's why the car didn't wreck. I was covered. That's why I didn't lose a job, because I was covered. That's why the cancer didn't stick, because I was covered.